John, this is the Lindsborg Police Department. We are very, very proud. They always start the parade. They are our local heroes. Thank you for all that you do for Lindsborg. Oh, and some treats.
And following the fire department, the Lindsborg Police Department are more local volunteers, so the Lindsborg Fire Department, and you have right in front of you, of course, the Highway Patrol.
Welcome to Lindsborg. Thank you for all that you do. And here's our McPherson County Sheriff. So important to the safety of our community.
Lindsborg Fire Department is made up of local volunteers who work to keep us safe. Local fire department and EMS services.
Thank you for all you do. Oh, and we've got candy. We're hoping very much that they don't have to be very busy today, that they too can enjoy Hyllningsfest.
And McPherson County Fire District number 8. I just didn't know that term before.
Here's our EMS. We can't be more thankful for them in this community.
And we've got a gap.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the street is our color guard. Once again, as is our custom, if you are able, would you please stand for American Legion Post 140. I believe we have Dan Coons, Craig Marstrom, Leland Nelson, and Tim Bowler. Here's our color guard. Thank you, gentlemen, for the service you have provided for our country. Make yourselves comfy. Try to keep your feet out of the street.
You can hear them up the street. One of the fun things about living in Lindsborg is that as things are leading up to this big event, the bands march by our house. It's a lot of fun. I'm in the house and I'm hearing some noises outside I'm not used to hearing, and by golly, it's a cadence. Fun stuff.
Now, when you hear left, 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 right, left, do you find yourself in the house marching right along?
I do not.
I do.
I'm a big fan of listening to marching bands. I was not a big fan of participating.
I was a drum major for years, and I hear that and I immediately start left, left. As you know, this community is wonderful with music, and these students that are coming now are our middle school band. Students in our community can be in band, they can be in strings or in orchestra, and they can sing in the choirs. We are so lucky. They're going to play the Swedish national anthem, De Gamla Du Fria, that you heard a little bit ago. These students are under the direction of Mr. Sean Knopp.
They're They're also sponsored by Ruth Piper Insurance.
What it takes to get every band member, and that is a big band in a Swedish costume. Bless their hearts.
I'm just so proud to be able to be a part of a community that puts on such a show, such good performance levels.
Here comes our Svensk Hyllningsfest royalty, John. I can't think of two finer people to be named King and Queen.
Well, let's meet our King and Queen. We've got Wilma Larson, Queen, and Earl Alstad, our king. Wilma Nelson Larson was born October 22nd, 1919 to Ed and Adele Nelson on their family farm south of Lindsborg. She graduated from Lindsborg High School in the class of 1938. At the young age of 95, Wilma still enjoys baking and sewing.
I'm going to ask the car to stop so we can continue to read this and the public can give them thanks. Earl was born September 27th in 1933. To Emery and Hazel Alstead, and has resided here in Lindsborg his whole life. He shared their family home with brothers Robert and Gordon and sister Ellie. Earl graduated from Lindsborg High School in 1951 and moved to earn an education and business degree from Bethany College in 1964. Congratulations to two of the sweetest people we know, Earl and Wilma.
King and Queen. 2015 Svensk Hyllningsfest royalty.
Here's the Swedish Secret Service, John.
They must be really secret. I've never heard of them.
Ole and Lena.
And they're the Secret Service protecting Queen Wilma and King Earl. I'm a bit concerned.
These are this is our Grand Marshal. This is Jim Holwerda with his wife Luella. She's the former Luella Danielson, both who grew up in this community. They are our Grand Marshal. Jim is the son of Dr. William Holwerda, who is the founder of this Hyllningsfest. So we want to say a special welcome to them. They are riding in a 1929 Model A Ford Special Coupe owned by Marvin Johnson. We want to say many welcomes to you. Jim's siblings, Dr. Holwerda's other children, were a son Willis, who died in 2011, and a daughter, Mary Jane McLeod, who is in Colorado and not able to be with us today.
Next we have Doug Malm, who's serving his second term as Hyllningsfest chairman in his fourth Hyllningsfest as a committee member. Doug deserves this opportunity to sit back and enjoy this great festival. Doug, I imagine this is the slowest you've gone for weeks. The community offers a big thank you to you, Doug, and as well as the rest of the committee. Thank you so much.
Yes. To be a committee member is a huge task. Thank you to all of you. This is our mayor, Bill Taylor, the mayor of Lindsborg, and his wife, Sonia. She's driving. That's a good thing. Is that scary, Bill?
And, of course, they're driving in a 2005 Mustang convertible owned by Keith and Elsie Cant.
Thank you for all you do, Bill and Sonia. Next is the ambassador, the Swedish ambassador to the United States, Bjorn Lerval, and his wife, Madeline. We're very privileged to have the Swedish ambassador here riding in a 1965 Tiger Gold GTO Pontiac convertible, driven and owned by Helen Jane Mattingly Peterson. Welcome to the United States, and welcome from Washington, of course. Welcome to Lindsborg.
Honored to have you here and participating. Thank you again. We next have Bjorn Olaf Hallberg from Munkfors. Lindsborg's sister city of Munkfors, Sweden, has sent one of its sister city committee members to join our festival. We're happy to keep this strong relationship with our sister city alive. And welcome Bjorn Olaf Hallberg to Lindsborg. That's a 1937 Lincoln limousine owned by Rex Russell. Hey, here are the Smoky Valley High School Viking Band right here in front of you.
The mighty Viking Band. Woo! They are under the direction of Mr. Sean Knopfelswood.
They're back in black and looking great.
Viking Band.
Right, Vikes.
We have coming up the street here, the Little Kingdom Preschool. The Little Kingdom students shine bright like diamonds, showcasing both preschoolers and pre-K students. The lead teacher is Courtney Friesen, assistant is Amy Leonard, and principal Peggy Barr. The Little Kingdom students shine bright like diamonds. Smile and wave.
Let's see the smiles. Come on, guys.
Wave.
Let's have some fun. Next up, we have United States Senator Jerry Moran. He's riding in a 1970 Oldsmobile convertible, also owned by Rex Russell. Senator Moran, welcome to Hyllningsfest. Glad to have you here.
Welcome. Senator Moran, welcome. Next is Attorney General Derek Schmidt and his wife Jennifer. He is the Kansas Attorney General. They are not riding in the Volkswagen convertible. They decided to take a stroll. It's really nice to stroll down our big brick streets. Yes.
Beautiful day for it and a nice town to do it in.
Welcome to Lindsborg.
Coming up next, we have State Senator Rick Wilburn riding in a Corvette. I'm sure many of us would have that fantasy, but perhaps not at this speed. I don't know. Senator Wilburn's riding in a Corvette owned and driven by Kyle Otto.
Welcome to Lindsborg, Senator. I'd like to take a little spin in that Corvette.
Would be fun, at least at the start.
Next is State Representative Stephen Johnson. Yes, there he is. Steve Johnson is riding in a 1955 Chevy Nomad, driven and owned by Jim Hardy. Welcome to Hyllningsfest.
Now, next up, Hopefully not an explosive event, but nonetheless, Allstat Fireworks is celebrating their 40th year of selling fireworks and fun to the community. This operation began with 2 tables in the parking lot, and over the years it's expanded to a 30 by 44 air-conditioned and carpeted building. Allstat Fireworks, 40 years and still blinging. B-L-I-N-G-I-N-G. Okay.
Still playing, I think, too. Yes.
Floats being...
Oh, Lutefisk. Look at there. He's got fire Lutefisk on his floats.
Floats pulled by David Kranzer in his 1959 John Deere Model 730.
Here we have the orchestra. I'm going to ask the driver of that truck to stop, to come forward and then stop. Thank you. This is the Smoky Valley Orchestra, and I started to say a little while ago, folks, we are so fortunate in this community to have a full string program that's been here maybe, I don't know, a lot longer than I've been around. From 4th grade up, their director is Henry Liddick. We're glad to have Henry and these young players, and they're playing the Jenny Lind Polka. This float is sponsored by the Lindsborg Community Hospital.
We also might point out that these are 60 of the 150 students in between grades 5 and 12 enrolled in orchestra programs. When we moved here, Leanne, our daughter Megan played the cello. There were 15 people in her orchestra in her elementary school. When we came here, there were 15 cellos.
Cellos, I believe it. Congratulations, Henry, to your wonderful group. 15 cellos.
Next up, we have Mayor Earl Maltby, Mayor of Canton. He joins us today in a 1967 GTO convertible owned and driven by Monty Monty. Boy, it had me confused there for a moment. Hey, I don't now.
Monty.
This is my era. This is a goat. I like the goats.
Next we have Mayor of Mound Ridge, Gary Fisher. He is riding in a silver 1984 Chevrolet Corvette, owned and driven by Joel Whitey. Welcome, Gary Fisher, Mayor of Mound Ridge.
Oh, that's John. We got Mayor John Blanchard coming up here. He's from Salina. Joins us riding in a 1960. Oh, that's not a 66 cream-colored Cadillac.
It's a black truck.
It's a black Chevy. Nice job, though. I like the wheels. Hey, John.
Welcome to Lindsborg. Or he's taking a photo of us. Or maybe it's a selfie. There you go. Next we have Mayor Tom Hawks and his... Oh, no.
This looks like a 66 Cadillac.
Inman. Oh, we've got a little switch here. Sorry. This is the Mayor of Inman. There we are. James. There you go. James Tabes. Get it right this time? Yeah. And his wife are riding in a 1967 custom Chevy pickup. I don't think so.
No. That's a Chevy pickup there. That's a cream-colored Cadillac. I've got my car identification down. It's the people in the cars that I've got mixed up.
Welcome.
Okay, now this one looks right. We've got the mayor of nearby Smolin, Tom Hawks, and his wife Eva riding today in a red Camaro driven by Michelle Wees. I'm glad to recognize the cars from my era. We have now coming to us the first parade band members. These 4 individuals were a part of the first Hyllningsfest parade and all played in the band. Shirley Lockstrom Windblad was first chair clarinet 4 years in the Hyllningsfest band and graduated Lindsborg High School in 1946 and Bethany College 1950. Why don't you stop there so we can, we've got a lot of stuff to...
Yeah, we'd like to read all this.
John Windblad was the first chair trumpet. All right. 2 years in the Hyllningsfest band and graduated Lindsborg High School in 1947 and Bethany College in 1951. Then Ray Turnstrom played tuba in the Lindsborg High School band, graduated in 1948. Driven today by Danny Burr in a 1925 Chevy Touring, owned by Rex Russell. Beautiful.
Welcome.
Welcome, and thanks for being here again.
Yay, yes. Next up, this is the Bethany Blue Dozen, the Bethany Pep Band, under the direction of Claudio Ray. He's got his sign. Way to go. Claudio Ray is in his 3rd year at Bethany and today leading the pep band. Claudio is right off the boat from Italy, and look at him. Doesn't he look like a Swede today? Yay! They are playing the Bethany fight song, Hey Baby, and YMCA. Maybe. Sweet Caroline to me. Sing out there, folks. There are words, yeah? Looking good, Bethany College. Oh, here we have the cheer squad, yes? Go Swedes, they're going to play this afternoon.
McPherson County Commissioner, Linus Weaver, joining us today, and his wife Dee, excuse me, they're in a 1924 Dodge Brothers convertible, driven by Velma Works and owned by Rex Russell.
Welcome to Lindsborg.
Again.
Linus has some history in Lindsborg, however, yes. Mayor Tom Brown from McPherson decided to drive his own car. Or drive the car himself?
No, he's walking.
Oh, he's walking. I see his legs, yes. We're getting all sorts of mixed signals here. Sorry.
He must be a Ford guy.
There he is. Tom Brown, welcome. Mayor of McPherson. He is not riding in a 1969 Corvette Stingray owned by Doug Forsberg, but he's following it.
Oh, his wife is riding.
Your wife is riding, yes.
Keith Becker, McPherson County Commissioner, riding here in a 1930 Model A Roadster, owned and driven by Roscoe Swenson.
Next we have, all the way from Windham, Kansas, Dennis Holmquist, who is city councilman. He's riding in a 1930 Model A Roadster owned and driven by Landis and Lois Firm. That looks like Landis to me. This is City Councilman Dennis Holmquist from Windham. Say hello to Dennis.
And warming up before the big game this afternoon by a sweet little stroll down Lindsborg's main street. It's a Bethany College football team.
We first need to get in Ron Loomis here.
Oh.
Yes. McPherson County Commissioner Ron Loomis. The 3rd McPherson County Commissioner is here today driving a silver Buick Enclave. Ron Loomis, County Commissioner from District 3, that number 3, that's what I was saying. Welcome. Now, John.
Now we get the Bethany College football teams. These guys right here. Just in case you couldn't tell. They're bigger than most of us. And probably tougher. Well, except for those of us used to be wide receivers, you know, right? All right, guys. Good luck this afternoon.
Rokar Stokar.
1:30 this afternoon.
Go Swedes.
By the way, they're led by head coach Paul Hubbard. A returning Swede, by the way.
Returning Swede, his first year back here with us. While we're waiting on the Peabody Burns band to come, I would remind you again to buy your support button and to get a program. If they still have them, you can find them in the information booth. This Peabody Burns band, I might say that as long as I can remember, they've had, it's a little community with a really fine little band. And I can remember going to May Day, John, and being excited when I'd see the Peabody Burns band come along and here as well.
The size of a community does not necessarily limit its ability to be musical.
Absolutely not, as we can say right here.
Absolutely.
Little Sweden. We're so privileged up here we get to sit next to Earl. And he's actually up here. And Wilma, of course. Typical Earl, he just said, boy, you must be hurting for filler.
We are. Although I'm sure the ambassador is used to being around kings, so he's a little more comfortable maybe than the rest of us. Of course, in exalting Earl to kingship, that may have some enduring effect.
The Peabody Burns High School, they are in our lineup once more. Under the direction of Laura Leitnecker, the Warriors are playing Raiders March. They're going to give us a few moves, I believe. This is sponsored by Great Plains Manufacturing. Back up there, kids. We don't want you to get in the way.
Check them out.
Thank you.
High School.
Congratulations, Peabody Burns.
I had enough trouble just walking straight line.
Here we have U.S. Congressional candidate Dr. Roger Marshall. He's an OBGYN from Great Bend, running for the U.S. Congress to represent the Big First District. He and his wife, Lena, have 4 children. He was chairman of Great Bend Regional Hospital for 14 years, past district governor of Rotary, and is on the Kansas Wildlife Parks and Tourism Board. Also served in the Army Reserves. Roger's great-grandparents are from Solvensborg, Sweden, and Swedish traditions with food are a big part of his childhood. Good, that goes a long way here. He's especially excited to be part of this presentation. Welcome to Lindsborg.
Hey, this big green machine right here is a 1952 DeSoto. And I know David occasionally actually lets his wife ride in it. David and Susan Higby.
Susan's in there, yes. It's all sparkly with diamonds on the hood.
Diamonds on the hood.
There we go.
Okay.
We have to be more observant here.
We do indeed.
Oh, Annie Oakley isn't riding her horse, but there she is. She gets to ride in. Look at there.
Connie McHugh joins us today reenacting her role as Annie Oakley in the Broadway RFD production of Annie, Get Your Gun, which she portrayed back in 1959. The carriage that Annie Oakley is riding is from the Rocking Bee carriage in Abilene and pulled by a perch-run horse named Jack. If you need a carriage ride or wedding or other event, Jack and his owner, Kevin Brown, can be found online at rockingcarriage.com or on Facebook.
Very good, John. I don't know what Annie Oakley's telling him, but boy, she's giving him the word over there.
I do hope that's unloaded.
Here we have the Little Tots Christian Child Development Center. Little Tots is located at the Assyria Lutheran Church. They consist of 3, 4, and 5-year-olds that meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday. The teachers are Wendy Holtz, Lenise Meyer, Jacob Dickinson, and Holly Mortimer. Welcome to Lindsborg Little Tots. Wave, yeah, wave.
Nelson from the Week State Falcon Car Club. It says so right there on the edge of that 1963 and a half Rangoon Red Falcon Spirit convertible. Hey, only 4,602 were produced, and the 1963 was the first year for a 260 V8. My first car was a 64.
Here we have the St. Xavier Band. They're joining us the first time under the direction of Stuart Workman. They're playing the Armed Forces on Parade and the St. Xavier School Song. This is sponsored by Farmers State Bank. Welcome to Lindsborg, St. Xavier.
Good to have you here. Thanks for coming. Better now than it did then, huh?
Okay, kids, now you need to back up a little bit. Thank you. Here we have Dollas are a girl's best friend. Diamonds are very nice, but after visiting Lindsborg, Marilyn has decided that Dollas truly are a girl's best friend. Let's hear it from Marilyn Monroe and her dancing Dollar Dudes. This float was made possible by Arn Reinert, CPA, Art Shirt, Bank of Tesket, hold up just a little bit, CNL Heating and Cooling, Deckworks, The Good Merchant, Hensloyd, Kelly J. Wilson Design, Malm Construction, Old Stuga, Rick and Marilyn Nelson, Smoky Valley Nursery, Smoky Valley Shooting Sports, Tregard Vaults, and YMCA Children's Center. After they go to all that work, we want to read all those names. Way to go, Marilyn. Woo! Go Dollar Dudes. Oh, look at there.
Oh, the trust fall. And next we have Dr. Robert Vogel, the president of Bethany College, being driven by Ted Kessinger.
Dr. Vogel is here in interim position, and he's been with us before, and when Bethany is in need, here he and his wife Sally come again. And so welcome to Hyllningsfest Parade, Bob and Sally, yes. And of course, Ted. We're so glad you're with us.
Ted's at a 65, 66 Mustang convertible.
Ted was the head football coach for 28 years at Bethany. Here we have the Bethany Psychology Club. Yes, I can read. Hosting a trick-or-treat so that kids can eat. It's an event in Lindsborg on Halloween. They will be collecting non-perishable food to donate to Jordan's Helping Hands. Anyone who would like to participate, please contact Kaylee Ayers, a Bethany student at Bethany College. Okay.
Now we've got Bud Benson. We're honoring Bud for his long time work in the education department at Bethany. The car's owned by Doug Talbot and driven by Ryan Holmquist. Bud and Louise, good to see you guys. Thanks for being here and thanks for all you've done.
Is that your car, Ryan? I wish.
Doug might take exception.
Alpha Delta Zeta, I hope that's what's coming up here, I can't see, is the youngest sorority at Bethany College. One of its main goals is to break stereotypes as the only multicultural sorority at Bethany. Stepping is a part of our diversity and is something we adopted from the national sororities we were based. Alpha Delta Zeta. And I said I would say hi, Mackenzie. Way to go, ladies. We have a little shooting sports coming down the pike there, John. That's what's taking a little long. I'm just going to caution these children when you get really excited. Have a good time. Don't get hurt. Playing a little basketball down here.
Maybe it's Dunkin' Dollars.
Dunkin' Dollars. Do they have donuts?
Let's look. Oh, they're athletes. They don't eat stuff like that, right?
No, they don't. The 2015-2016 men's basketball team representing Bethany College, a nationally prominent basketball program led by Coach Claire Oline, who has over 500 wins at Bethany. His assistant coaches are Eric Shoup and Chris Gerber. Way to go, Claire. The basketball team playing a little hoops back here.
I must say, that's impressive. It's impressive enough to dunk, but to dunk on a moving object. Way to go, guys.
Way to go, basketball team. Go Swedes. Yeah, all you kids out there yell, go Swedes. Yeah. All you big folks out there yell, go Swedes. Thank you.
Next up we have the 1964 and 65 back-to-back KCAC champion men's basketball teams from Bethany College. These young Swedes are celebrating their 50th reunion this weekend.
Go Swedes!
How come you guys aren't up there dunking?
Looking good. Next we have, coming down the pike here, Bethany wrestling team. They invite you to come support the Swede wrestlers on February 5th, okay, against Wayland Baptist. The wrestling team is coached by Larry Nugent and assisted by Courtney Strauss. Wrestlers, there they go. Oh my. Oh goodness.
That was an interesting move because he put it right in the middle of the target there.
Oh, yes. Let's stay on that thing. Here's our famous clown on stilts. This costume, this man, his father have been in this parade for many, many years. Alpha Theta Chi women continue to live their lives according to their values of sisterhood, service, scholarship, loyalty, diversity, and integrity. These ladies have created a great partnership with St. Francis Community Services in Salina. They assist St. Francis in healing children, youth, and families through therapy in Christ by mentoring youth and lending a hand to foster families. Alpha Theta Chi.
Thank you for that word. Hey, the Bethany sophomore class is coming up here. We got
and some stray basketball players.
Yeah, it's a slow break. Slow break offense. Bethany sophomore class made it past their freshman year and are back. It's their time to shine, riding in their silver pickup and being driven by Aspen Bryant.
Way to go, sophomores. Bethany junior class. Are you juniors? Yay! Diamond commercials brought to us by Bethany junior class with Courtney Davis as president. Way to go, junior class. Oh, and now I said hello to Mackenzie. I have to say hello to Mark. I get the name right. Here's our royalty, and we're hoping we get these names correct. The Queen is Halsey. Wave, Halsey. Yes. And King is Bo Savage. Okay. Anna King and Ashley Montoya. Am I doing this right? They are the tenants. And Derek Kaiser and Joe Wolf are the attendants. Congratulations to the Bethany College homecoming royalty. They were crowned last night. Congratulations. They'll be at the game this afternoon.
Emergency response is the float for the Bethany Athletic Training Program, which is assembled by the athletic training students at Bethany and David Slack, the program director.
This is the Bethany College women's basketball team. They're getting ready for another great season. Go, Lady Swedes. Rokar Stokar. Okay, everybody in the crowd say, go, Lady Swedes. Looking good. Oh, sit right. Looking good, ladies. Good luck to you on your season. Woo! I just said, what's that? And then I looked. We should know these would be the Pi Sigs. And the Omegas. Diamonds are a terrible Swede's best friend. There's David Nelson, class of '67, and he was a Swede mascot in those days. The Omegas are celebrating their 95th anniversary. Oh, these are all the terrible Swede mascots. I should look up. Yes. These folks have been mascots through the years. Bless them. Plus are the Omegas also up there? Yes. Okay, there they are. Way to go, Pisig. I hear that part, and then I hear a lot of Please don't be out in the streets. We've got quite a treat coming up here. Kids, you are going to have to move way back. All the kids, get your feet out of the street, folks, please, and move way back. They're going to do a presentation for us. Let's get your bicycles out of the street.
Let's introduce them right now here. The Topeka High Drumline is under the leadership of Sal Cruz. The band is under the leadership of Mr. Steve Holman. The drumline has a style all their own, which brings excitement, power, passion, and pride to the stage. Groups have been blessed for years to do what they love to do, perform and give back to the community. The Topeka High Drumline performs over 100 times throughout one school year and continues to be fans and friends of all ages. These kids, director, and fans they perform for are truly like a family. Sponsored by Bethany College and the Hyllningsborg. Topeka High Drumline.
Move back, please. Move back. Out of the way. Out of the way. you so much.
Cool even sounds good.
Gosh, they don't look like they're having any fun or anything, right? Oh my, makes me want to play a drum. Next we have Great Plains Trucking is here pulling a load of Great Plains and Land Pride. This 2014 Kenworth is being driven by Ken Keir. Great Plains Trucking. My goodness.
That's impressive.
It certainly is. They're huge industry.
My first car was about the size of those 2 sets of tires.
Look at that. My daddy would have loved to have gotten a hold of one of those. Planter. I believe, does it say number 60 on it? If it is, we are all dolled up. Another float from a group of local businesses, including Bethany Home, Lindsborg Community Hospital, Pessinger Heating and Air Conditioning, Auburn and Apothec Pharmacy, Lindsborg Greenhouse, Kiwanis, and Lindsborg Veterinary Hospital. Bethany Home Surrey is pulled by the 2015 Toyota Tundra and driven by Angel Anderson. Yes, welcome, Bethany Home Surrey and its riders, and Chris Erickson, the CEO. Welcome. I bet that wasn't the Toyota they had to pull away.
Okay, now we've got a train with no track. See if you can track this train, okay?
You're going to have to slow down a little so you can read all this.
Paul and Sally Train, along with their children and grandchildren, are the family members of Jake Train, who was in the original Hyllningsfest parade 75 years ago. Jake Train was in the parade with a sign that said, "A train with no tracks." Jake Train's great-grandnephew, Paul Train, is the caretaker of the Elmwood Cemetery east of Lindsborg, and his family members have gathered from near and far to revive the family's parade tradition.
Looking good. Train with no track. This float, diamonds are a girl's best friend. I think we keep hearing this theme, 75 years, you know. A business community consisting of Allsted Fireworks, we're right. The Karpov School of Chess, Coronado Construction, E&M Sand and Gravel, First Bank of Kansas, Lazy D Kennel, Lindsborg Arts Council, Lindsborg City Offices, Lindsborg Community Library, Lindsborg News Records on Zane Gallery, Sheer Delight, Uniserve, NEA, USD 400, Vision Tech have brought you Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, featuring Marilyn Monroe. Was she on there? Yes. Portrayed by Mary Willard Fry and her baseball team of Alex Peterson, Stephen DeWitt, and Donald Fry. Looks like a home run.
Auburn Pharmacy Delivery Vehicle is right here in front of you. Auburn is new to our business community and our healthcare community. Recently took over the Epitech and here today represented by their 2015 Fit delivery car. Seems inept.
Here we have the Pearson family in a 1955 LaFrance 700 pumper truck. This is the Pearson and Reason. It's owned by Tim and Lynn Reason. Tim is a fireman in Lawrence, Kansas. Tim and Lynn graduated from Bethany, and the riders include all the Pearson grandchildren and Grandpa John. They are Caleb, Zeke, and Nate, and Gabe Reason, Ashton Pearson, and Joshua Pearson, along with other family members, who would include Grandpa. Oh, and I see Jay, and Tim and Jay.
about 60 members, joins us from about 90 miles away. They're under the direction of Angie Ramirez and sponsored by Farmers State Bank. Pretty Perry High School, Middle School Band.
Bulldogs, looking good. More Diamond Dollies. Diamond Dollies sparkles for us today. Put together by a collection of businesses including Artistic Hair and Nail. Oh my. Bouquet Shop, Casey's General Store, Farley's Bar and Grill, Harry Malaria's, Jalisco, Mid-Kansas Co-op, Movies and More, People's State Bank. You're going to have to slow down if I'm going to read all this. Reminiscent Antiques, the Service Center, Ventehuset and Trehuset, Viking Motel, Yoder Lawn and Care. The float is being pulled by a John Deere 4020, driven by Shane at Mid-Kansas Co-op. Look at those Diamond Dollies. Woo! Oh my!
And you guys get to follow the Diamond Dollies.
Too bad.
Oh well, Dale Audie's Trailer Sales Inc. Dale Audie Trailer, located in Lindsborg, can meet your trailer needs. Hey, it's pulled by a 2012 Dodge Ram, driven by Bill Lawson. But there's nothing here telling me about those Farmalls and McCormick's back there, so...
Oh!
That's good enough.
Hello! Go Sweets!
Got Long MacArthur F-150. Brought to you by Dan Penner, your Lindsborg connection to Long MacArthur, and there's a Mustang on the other side.
It's hiding over there, John.
Well, you would be hiding behind that 150. Big old truck.
Terry Nation, driving his restored 1936 Ford two-door automobile. Ford, Terry Nation.
Ford two-door, beautiful car.
Yes. The Red Barn Studio, the Raymer Society and Red Barn Studio shows us, I love this, a Jack-in-the-Box in a large-scale model of one of the Christmas toys Lester Raymer made for his wife Ramona. Lester Raymer's Jack-in-the-Box and other toys are on display today at the Red Barn Studio, south of here, just one block, 212 South Main. You will want to see this. Look at that Jack-in-the-Box.
Red Barn Studio is one of the treasures in Lindsborg, and Les Raymer's toys are a never-ending source of delight. And it's beautifully done. Dr. Dwayne Fredrickson has got himself a 1930 Model A Ford pickup. Dr. Fredrickson, his children and grandchildren riding this pickup in Swedish folk dress and a dollar horse in the back.
This is the Southeast of Saline Band. Director Wes Kiesling directs the Southeast of Saline High School down Main Street playing All-Star. Southeast of Saline Band is sponsored by Ione Toll. Thank you, Ione. Looking good, Southeast of Saline.
The float's brought to you by a collection of local Lindsborg businesses. Boyd's Accounting, Short-Fagged Chiropractic, Ameriprise, Tropical Snow, Lindsborg Hardware, Village Clothesline, Smoky Valley Printing, Melita Forsberg, Family Hair Studio, and the Associated Churches of Lindsborg, known as Tackle, sold by Dan Hawkins.
Looking really dapper in his tuxedo.
Actually, Dan's driving the tractor. This boy.
Wow.
I was going to be
nice
impressed.
Sunstool building there. Here comes 1961 pink Cadillac DeVille, owned and driven by James Rohrbach. It says here, it's pink. What else do you need to know? It certainly is. 1961 pink Cadillac.
Now we're coming up here on the Lindsborg High School class of 1985, and this is actually what's written down here, so I'm going to do some deniability of my own here. It says, the class of 1985 are together 30 years later and still obnoxious. As they celebrate their 30th class reunion, the float's being pulled by Mike Patrick. So what makes you guys obnoxious?
Why do you think you're any more obnoxious than anybody else around here?
Yeah, really.
They look like they're going to have a good time. Coming up is the Nickerson High School Band. They're come to Hyllningsfest for the first time. We welcome the band under the direction of Wes Lewis as they play Shout It Out. The Nickerson Band is sponsored by Hemsloyd. Well, welcome to Hyllningsfest, Nickerson High School.
Hometown Foods, Seasons of the Fox, Subway, Speeds Liquor, Tumbleweed Interiors, Viking Auto, White Peacock, and William Vicinius Attorney.
Diamond Bell in the Rough, look at that. Folks, it's important for us to read all these names because these people, these businesses are asked to contribute money and time, and it's worth it for us to be able to read them. Oh, that's pretty clever. 2015 Midsummer's Festival Cube Tournament Champions. Cube is a game, Swedish game that we're taking up in Lindsborg in great style. This is the Rubik's Cube. Consists of members Paige Lofton and Brett Norberg. Rubik's Cube. Here come the famous Shriners, John.
They've been a part of this parade for many years. The ISIS Shrine Center serves north central and northwest Kansas and is based in Salina, Kansas. It's an organization of Shrine Masons who believe in the fatherhood of God, brotherhood of man, and charity to those in need. The center is affiliated with Shriners International and supports the Shriners Hospitals for Children. I've been a social worker for many a year. I've had many opportunities to have children get help from the Shriners, and I've really appreciated it. The families appreciated it as well. They do a marvelous thing for these kids.
Thank you for all the work you do, and welcome to Lindsborg.
Also had a grandson playing your football game. That was fun.
Back up a little bit, kids. I think there's going to be some activity in the street. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we got the Calliope coming too. This is going to be fun.
Thank you for coming, all of you who are dignitaries and office holders with the Shriners. The ISIS Legion of Honor. Welcome, thank you.
Temple. Trucking around Lindsborg here.
up, little guy. Yeah, they're coming down the street.
Thanks again to the Isis Shrine for being here and a part of the parade for one more time. Next up, we've got the Clay Center High School Band. They're going to be playing Tiger Rag under the direction of Dennis Brooks and Kaylee Oliver, sponsored by Daniel and Kennedy Rockers.
Welcome to Hyllningsfest, Clay Center. I hope this is after the band, here is the Marquette. Yes. Marquette Chamber of Commerce represents the great community of Marquette, located just west of Lindsborg on K4. Be sure that you explore this quaint little town, and it looks like they're giving you signs of lots of activity that we can find in Marquette. Welcome. This is the retired old motorcycle eating out. Romeo, retired old motorcyclist eating out. Savannah Kurtz riding in a Sidge car with her grandpa Richard Kurtz. This Ural motorcycle and sidecar are made in Russia. Kawasaki 321 in El Dorado, Kansas is the statewide dealer.
I'm sorry, I stepped on your line. Lucia in the Sky with Diamonds. As you may know, St. Lucia has been a part of the Scandinavian-style Christmas celebrations for many hundreds of years. Now to Lindsborg's
Slow down. Thank you.
2:15 comes Lucia in the Sky with Diamonds. And doesn't she shine for our Diamond Anniversary of Swedish honoring? The float is a team effort by J. Jensen Agency of American Family Insurance, Anderson Boutique, Chestnut Studios, Dower Welding and Machine, Auto and Tire, Lindsborg Family Dental Care, and Dr. Eric Peterson. The Old Grind, the Rolander Agency, Royal Flush Plumbing, Small World Gallery, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, and Daryl Loader, the Swedish Country Inn, and Troslanda Lindsborg Toy Store. Lucia in the Sky with Diamonds.
That was a mouthful, John. These students are with DARE. These are 6th graders, participates in the DARE program, which educates young kids about how to avoid drug use. They're led by Detective Doug Anderson. Doug's been doing this for a long time. Good.
And next we have the Bethany College softball team. 2:15 Hyllningsfest.
They could be diamond dollars. Way to go, softball team. Dune Buggies. Bud and Ruth Jones. 1972 UW Manx Dune Buggy. And Ruth is in her 1963 Manx Dune Buggy. Both built by the owners specifically for street driving, not sand. Welcome.
We've got a 1955 John Deere Tractor 60 owned by Harvey Weiss, driven by son J.D.
This one is a 1953 John Deere Tractor 70, also owned by Harvey Wise and driven by son Larry. There, she's throwing stuff. We have a Shetland pony and girl, it says. 2-year-old Hadley Jo rides her Diamond Dollar horse, Trigger, a Shetland pony owned by Kim Bass. Look at that.
Now you're going to learn something. This is a span of mules pulling a wagonette. Now, if these were horses, it would be called a team. But mules working together are called a span. These mules are named Pete and Jim and belong to Patrick and Sandra Pondon, who are riding in the wagonette. Mules are half donkey, half horse, and known for their strength and intelligence. I don't think that's what my dad said when he called me a mule.
Did stubborn come before that?
It might have been something like that.
A little horsing around. Owner Rhonda Russell of Assyria brings us a little horsing around, consisting of 4 miniature horses and donkeys decorated with flowers. And then we have the Silver Buckle Drill Team. The McPherson Saddle Club Silver Buckle Drill Team is a group of talented riders who travel around the state to perform their routine and their trick riding on horseback in various entertainment events. This year's group consists of almost all new riders who are working very hard to continue this tradition. Cassidy Gehring, Jean Gehring, Aaliyah Perez, Emily Carl, Emma Loesch, Hayden Loesch, and Isaiah Rubel. And folks, here comes the pooper scooper. Eric Lundstrom is one of the co-chairs of this parade. Thank you, Eric. It was excellent. Thank you, Eric. Ladies and gents, so ends our parade. We hope you've enjoyed. We have a float winner. Dollars are a girl's best friend with Marilyn Monroe. Way to go. Now, ladies and gents, we're going to have some additional bleachers brought in, and we need to have you being very mindful of that. Keep your eyes open and don't let yourselves or your little ones get in the way. There's no good way to do this except for you to stand away.